Hello and welcome to Community Chats. I'm your host, Aley Hammer, and today we're interviewing Tim Fung, founder and CEO at Airtasker. Tim, thank you so much for being here today. And for those who don't know, can you start by telling us a little bit about your incredibly successful company, Airtasker?
Hey Ali, thanks for having me today. Yeah, as you mentioned, I'm one of the co-founders and CEO here at Airtasker. We're a marketplace for local services, and in simple terms, we connect people who need work done with people who want to work. It's pretty interesting. We are what you would describe as an open and infinitely horizontal marketplace, which means that we serve a lot of existing services industries that are wanting to find a place in the online e-commerce environment. So accountants and lawyers, cleaners and tradespeople. But actually more interestingly is all these new services industries that Airtasker facilitates and creates. So, last year we did millions of dollars worth of IKEA furniture assembly jobs, or things like removing a spider from a ceiling fan. We did hundreds and thousands of dollars worth of those jobs last year too.
It's so amazing to hear how Airtasker's grown so quickly, from a startup in 2012 to a massive company making waves all around the world. And I do actually want to use your service for the spider removal because I've got a massive huntsman sitting above my bed, which is scaring me. But Tim, given this remark,
before it breeds.
Yeah, exactly. My husband's a 6'8" guy, but he's terrified of spiders, so I will be using it. So Tim, given this remarkable achievement, how have you been able to manage such rapid growth? Because you guys have been on a very high trajectory lately.
Well, it's interesting. You mentioned that Airtasker has sort of grown really quickly, but I must say that it's felt like a long time for me. We've been building this business for about 9 years, and it's definitely gone through lots of different phases. I think one of the things that's really challenging to scale is people. You have to hire the right people at the right time. You got to put people in the right positions and empower them to do the work that really serves the mission of Airtasker. So that's been one interesting thing, that we've constant change in people, but of course technology is the other aspect of it, and being able to have the technology in place is also something you got to think about being able to scale, so that you can continue to iterate on the customer experience and the products that you build too.
It's so fantastic to see an Australian startup taking on the world, and as an online marketplace helping millions of ordinary people to outsource these everyday tasks like removing spiders and cleaning pools. Can you share with us how Airtasker uses AWS to actually connect your customers?
Sure. So, we're really all in on AWS, and we've been, we made that migration quite a number of years ago when we really saw that we needed to be able to scale. So, all of our databases are in, RDS. We run our applications on DynamoDBs. Really completely reliant on AWS to make sure that all of our technology and operations can be somewhat outsourced to the experts at AWS, and that allows our product and engineering teams to really focus on being able to deliver on the customer experience and being able to iterate on what makes Airtasker special, which is the marketplace and the way that we can serve our customers, as well as creating jobs for our taskers.
I love hearing how, Airtasker's use the AWS platform to actually transform your company. And, what's next for Airtasker? Because you guys have done so much, but what do you plan on doing in the future? How do you plan on moving forward with the cloud?
Well, I think one of the great things about being on AWS is it really allows us to focus on building out our marketplace and continuing to iterate on the customer experience, as well as creating jobs for our taskers. So there are three main areas that we're really excited about moving into the future. One is investing into growth marketing. Over the past few years, Airtasker has been really focused on product and organic growth. And so being able to have that excitement of going out and investing back into marketing and spreading the word about Airtasker is something that's really cool. Second, we're building out a whole new marketplace model called Airtasker Listings, which I'm so insanely excited about. It's all about letting our taskers be able to tell customers, here are the things that I can do for you, and making it really simple and easy for customers to be able to buy that. And then thirdly, we're scaling into more international markets. So we've now launched into New Zealand, Singapore, Ireland, and the UK, and we're getting ready to launch in the US shortly. So it's been a really fantastic experience. We've been able to keep all of that product and growth initiatives and that customer focus going, whilst at the same time preparing to list Airtasker and go public in the next few months.
That's so exciting. And finally, as one of Australia's most successful startups who is about to IPO, as you said, on the ASX, can you share with us and our viewers, what's your top tip for creating a successful startup and going on that journey?
Well, I think in the early days, it's really important not to overthink things and think too far into the future. I think it's good to have a healthy amount of naivety and a healthy amount of vision that comes with that. And I think that if you overthink things, you can almost psych yourself out of going for it. So don't overthink things. Give it a crack, and I'm sure that the journey along the way is going to be useful for you, whether it turns out to be a financial success or more a learning experience. Either way, starting a startup is definitely something cool and fun to do.
Tim, thank you so much. This was one of my most exciting chats because I absolutely love Airtasker and I always use it. So I was really keen to speak to you. And to all our viewers at home, we'll see you next time. Thanks.